Hello and welcome to another week. Now, it's actually Tuesday today. I just completely forgot to film anything yesterday. I was in quite a lot of pain, but despite that, my energy levels were much better than the day before, which is really, really good, because I was a bit worried, like, oh, have I really overdone it and I've gone into a bit of a bad patch? But no, I think it was just that I had a really busy week for me and it caught up with me on the Sunday. And I was importing the footage from last week into my computer yesterday, and it was only then that I realised just how busy the week had been. Today, pain levels are less so far, which is really good, and energy not too bad so far. I say so far because I did not sleep great last night, and I actually skipped my modafinil dose this morning because I only had one tablet left. I think I talked about this in the last video. Yeah, I did. I emailed the cardiologist nurse and said, I think the modafinil is really helping, can I get it on repeat prescription? And then it turned out she was away and her out of office reply had gone into my junk mail, so I didn't realise for a couple of days, and then I had to call the cardiologist and speak to somebody and get them to sort it out. Anyway, so I had one modafinil tablet left this morning and the new prescription still hadn't been delivered to me, and I was like, oh, I don't want to take it today in case it doesn't come for a few days because I've got an appointment on Friday, so I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll save it for then. Anyway, so I didn't take it, and then lo and behold, 2 hours later, what turns up at the door? The modafinil, of course. So kind of annoyed that I skipped the dose today, but you know, at least it's here now and I'll only miss one day. I don't think it'll make a lot of difference. I've had a really stressful morning. I called the Breakspear pharmacy to try and order some more medication that I'm going to run out of soon. And they told me that because I haven't been into Breakspear for over a year, or it's a year in a couple of days, they can't actually give me or prescribe me the medications. And that threw me into pretty much a complete tailspin. I am planning on seeing my Lyme doctor at Breakspear in the next month, but I had some stuff I needed to get out of the way first, like having a diabetic retinal screening, like having a vision test. I've also got to have a smear test somewhere in the middle of that. Going to Breakspear because it's quite a bit of travelling, it's going to be really exhausting, so I want to kind of get those things out of the way first. So I had in my head that I was going to go like middle of June, which I know is only a couple of weeks away, but I hadn't sorted out a specific date yet with my dad because obviously he needs to take me. And so when they told me that, I was like, oh my god, because I'm going to run out of medication in 2 days, maybe less than 2 days in some cases. And of course I understand that there are limits to how long they can prescribe medication for without seeing me. So the prescription medications I do understand. It's the digestive enzymes I don't understand why I can't get those, and that has freaked me out quite a lot because the digestive enzymes really help, well, would you guess it, my digestion. And without them it's not very pretty and not very pleasant for me and will increase my symptoms a lot. And given the fact that I'm going to have to travel to Breakspear, I'm going to have to obviously eat whilst I'm there, that is going to make it harder for me and also will increase my anxiety a lot because when my symptoms get worse, my anxiety gets worse, especially surrounding travel. Anyway, got very stressed. Called Breakspear, booked in for the 6th of June, so like 2 weeks away. And then I sent an email to my doctor saying, please, can you just give me some digestive enzymes just until I have this appointment because otherwise it's going to make things a lot harder. So I'm just waiting for his reply. Really hope he will. My brain is just trying to assess every tiny little scenario and work out what to do about it. And that's causing me to have a lot of adrenaline and feel pretty rubbish. Okay, feeling slightly calmer on one level now. I feel like I've worked all the worry about running out of medication out of my head. It's going to happen. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm just going to have to deal with the consequences. I'll survive. You know, it's not going to kill me. The fact that that's my silver lining is dark, I know, but hey, at least I found one. The worry about the actual appointment in a couple of weeks, you know, working out what I'm going to say, what we're going to talk about, questions I need to ask, I think that's just going to sort itself out naturally over the next 2 weeks. I'll make notes when I think of something, you know, it's just going to happen gradually. It's not something that I'm going to be able to work out all in one day because I just don't have the energy for that. So yeah, feeling, I guess, a little bit calmer, but mainly just more at ease with what is going to happen because yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. There is nothing I can do about it. The good news about today is that the stuff I ordered from Breakspear came in the post and digestive enzymes was in the parcel. I'm not going to run out of them before my appointment. I'm just going to run out of, well, 2 medications actually, I think. That's really not that bad, and it won't have so much of an acute effect on me. So my anxiety that I had yesterday is now much, much lower, which is really good. As the day's gone on, I have been so tired. I'm gonna go because I can literally barely hold my head up. So today is the day of my rearranged eye test that was supposed to be on Monday, but I had to cancel it because I wasn't feeling well. I'm going to be honest, I'm not feeling great today either. I had one of my weird shaky episodes just before lunch. It takes about an hour or two to recover from those, and even then, for the rest of the day, I don't feel great. I think I said previously that I thought they were a side effect from the modafinil, but actually I'm wondering now if there's something to do with my diabetes. I only thought this because I got a letter today from my doctor saying that I needed to book in for my annual diabetes review, and that made me think, well, maybe the shakiness might be due to high blood sugar, low blood sugar. It's not to do with blood pressure because I've checked my blood pressure during one of these episodes, and actually it's a little bit higher than it is normally, so I have no idea what it is. So I'm going to mention it at the diabetes checkup. Anyway, let's focus on today. Put some makeup on, as you can probably tell, to try and make myself feel a bit nicer, and it has worked a little bit. I'm not feeling too bad. I'm just really not feeling like I want to leave the house for an appointment, but got to be done. Don't want to rearrange it again. Got so many things hanging over me that I need to do that I just want to get this one out of the way. If I do need new glasses, I think I might get some new frames because the ones I've got now I've had for 4 years, which is a long time. Hope I don't have to wait long. Hope it goes quickly and smoothly and I don't pass out. That would be great. I'm wearing my jeans again, and also my new boots that I got from ASOS a while ago. This is the first time I'm wearing them, and they have that really leathery smell that reminds me of getting new shoes for school. The smell really reminds me of going back to school in September. Does anyone else get that? I honestly did not think it would take that long, but it took an hour and a half. Had the pre-vision check, where they take a photo of the back of your eye. Then I had to wait a really long time for my actual sight check. Turns out I do need new glasses. My vision has got quite a bit worse. So then I had to go and pick frames, which was really difficult in a wheelchair. Technically, the store is accessible. There are no steps and wheelchairs fit through, but trying to manoeuvre around quite tight spaces in between stacks of frames is really difficult. There were kids screaming at the top of their lungs. It was so loud in there that I couldn't think. I couldn't hear what people were saying when they asked me questions. It was just a complete nightmare. It really was. I also have prescription sunglasses because obviously I wear sunglasses quite a lot because I have light sensitivity, and I wanted to get new frames for those as well, but I just had lost the will to live by the end. I did not care about anything except getting out of there, so I just kept the same frames and they're just going to replace the lenses, which is kind of funny because I actually wanted new sunglass frames more than I wanted new glasses frames, but it's fine. The assistant who was helping us getting the payment done was so nice and kept asking me like really friendly questions, but I had just no energy to reply, and I know that I came across as rude and irritable, and I feel so bad because I really try hard not to be like that when I'm out in public, when I'm interacting with people. Actually, even when I'm interacting with my own family, it's still an effort not to let my pain levels or my fatigue levels make me irritable with them. But I feel worse when I'm irritable with people I don't know. Not because I worry what they'll think of me, but because I know that it could ruin their day. Like, they could be having a bad day and someone being irritable with them for no reason can just put them in a bad mood, and I don't want to do that. But it's really, really difficult not to sometimes, and today was one of those days. I'm just gonna lie here and rest now in the beautiful peace and quiet and listen to the birds sing outside. That is definitely what I need after this afternoon. Back in my pyjamas and dressing gown now, and my will to live is slowly returning. And it's made me remember that actually it wasn't all bad, because the optometrist I saw actually knew what POTS was and about Lyme, which is a bloody miracle because hardly anyone does. And she knew that Lyme can affect your, well, late stage Lyme disease can affect your vision, and so she agreed that I should have my eyes tested every year instead of every 2 years. And she even gave me some symptoms to watch out for that Lyme disease can cause in your eyes, so I was really impressed. Yesterday, the post-exertional malaise from my appointment the day before really, really hit me badly. I felt so tired all day, and I also felt really, really sick. I had really bad GI symptoms, bloating, horrendous burping again. Haven't had it that bad in quite a while. I'm not sure that was totally to do with the post-exertional malaise, because my stomach had been getting progressively worse for the few days before that, and I think it's because I've been treating myself to a little bit more fruit than usual on my porridge in the morning. Every so often I do it and I think, oh, this tastes so good, and so I keep having it, and then eventually it makes my stomach really bad and I have to stop, and then a few months later I'm like, oh no, I'll try it again, and it's so good that I just carry on until my stomach gets worse. It's a vicious cycle, but I can't help it because apricots are just the best. Today has been better though. I had the energy to have a shower and wash my hair, which is so nice. And I'm wearing new pyjamas. I feel like it's been a while since we've had a new pyjama segment on these videos. I really like the trousers, but I really hate the top that I'm wearing right now, and I'll tell you why. I've got to take my dressing gown off first. Now, if there's one thing I hate more than anything, it's unnecessary frills on clothes. The colour's fine, but it's just the frills that are just ridiculous. They like come out really far down here. I mean, like, what is that? Doesn't make any sense, I tell you. No sense at all. These are the trousers though, and they are so pretty. I only bought this set of pyjamas because of the trousers. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the frills off because they're attached at the seams. So I'm either just going to cut them off, just to tack them with some scissors, or I'll do it properly and unpick them. But I really hate them too much to just leave them on. I really don't think you could find anything that's less my style than this top. I know it's only a pyjama top, and I know it may seem like I'm overreacting, and maybe I am, but I spend 98% of my time in pyjamas and I want to like what I'm wearing. Another reason that today has been better is that I finally have less of a headache. I've had a headache every day pretty much all week. I mean, it's been gone for like half a day here and there, but mostly it's just been here constantly, and that's because of the weather. It's been really, really low pressure, really, really humid. Thunderstorms have been threatening again pretty much every day this week. Finally had one last night, we had another one this morning, so I think it's easing a bit now, and I'm so glad because the pressure headache that I've had all this week has kind of ruined it, really. I haven't had a day where I've felt good, and I know that I shouldn't compare this week to last week because last week was really good. Maybe it was a bit of an anomaly. Maybe it's a trend and this week is the anomaly. Hopefully it's a trend, but tomorrow is a new week. Hopefully it'll be less stressful, less exhausting, and I'll have less headaches. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next week. Bye!